Okay, so the tiny house tour. This is the front of the tiny house. There's the tab, which normally that's how we'd pull it, I guess, and not that we're going to be pulling it too far. So we'll just go around. Outside, that up there on the top is my bedroom. And that corner that we're seeing right now is the kitchen. Tires, those are always good to have. Kitchen window, living room, with the roof up there. And that little spouty thing up there on the top is where the wire is going to come in for the split level heater / air conditioner type thing. Okay, so as present, this is the front porch. See if I can back up a little bit here. That's the top. Loft window up there. These are all natural posts that we took from the woods, because it's essentially going to be the natural raw edge wood theme. I don't have a front door yet. Those are the lights. Front door is really pretty, right? There's my step. Nice piece of wood. Perfect for now. Then we'll go, well, let's just take a turn around outside. What you see here is all of the wood that we cut down from the lot last fall. Has been milled and stacked. That is going to be mostly fence and variable uses. So, way out there, you can see the water, the Piscataqua River that's way in the background, which is always good. That's just all of the backyard. That's more of the wood again. Another wood pole. Another light. So this is essentially the front porch where the comings and goings will happen. Okay. Cartouche, come here. Touche! Kim, here. Okay, inside. Let me see if I can prop this door open. So we might have a little bit more light. That's going to be difficult. I guess anything can happen, huh? Alrighty. There's my cartouche. So not too much of a mess in here. This is as it looks as we're coming in the front door. And this is the right side. Just plain planking on the walls, which was wide, which is what I wanted. Up above the loft, storage loft ceiling is Douglas fir or some type of fir. That's where the light's going to go in. I have to go pick out a light today for the entrance here. Let's see. That's my Nature's Head composting toilet, which is not in the bathroom because he's working in there right now. There's my beautiful little light that looks like those old-fashioned telephone insulators, which works very well, as you can see. Really love it. Looks, very much steampunk, old-fashioned type thing. There's another window over here on the left side, but he has that covered with the work table that he has up when he has to saw stuff and all that business. And the floor is, I got at Lumber Liquidators, and that is, what is it? Some sort of Asian, good grief, what is it? Acacia, that's what it is. Acacia wood. Let's put that heater over here. Okay, so this is the window. This is where the kitchen table, some sort of kitchen table will be under this window that can either, fold down. That's the whole idea. Switches, and this is my little light that extends all over the place like a craft work light. Because, me, I'm a kitchen person. I do everything in the kitchen table. Okay, so we'll continue on the right side. I guess that's how we'll go. Right here, where all of this blue wire with the little yellow caps and all that, right from here, you can see the panel box right there. This wall, from probably about right there down to the floor, will be a cabinet, and that cabinet is where my solar batteries are going to be. And that will power the entire house. I really won't even need to hook up to any electric whatsoever. But they've been changing. The guy that does the solar is a specialist in this business. So he's redesigned my plan like 3 times. He's a friend of Adam's, so he knows what he's doing. So the window is really cool. I got all Harvey windows, which I absolutely love. They just slide right open. And that's my beautiful trailer over there where I'm living now, which I can hardly wait to get out of. And the backyard, there's the Jeep, there's Adam's house in the background there. Spare construction wood and all that good gravy. I guess we'll just leave that window open. So that would be the kitchen window. I'll see if I can get back in the corner here to get the long view. Okay. And another little window over here, which isn't as big as the other one, which is fine. What I'm looking at right now, that work table right there, is where my stairs will be. That will go up to the loft, which is my bedroom, which is up on top there, what you're seeing right now. This wall is actually a curved wall. It kind of looks like a barrel. And Adam put it together. All of these pieces are individually sawn pieces of walnut that are varied in length. So it's like one is skinny and one is not, one is maybe a little heavier. And when we get inside the bathroom, you'll see why we wanted to do this. This part is straight right here, but this one, as you can see, if you look at the floor, you can tell it's curved. So we'll just follow that right around. Now, right here at this point, anything beyond this point is the kitchen and the bathroom. So we'll take a left to the curved wall. And this is, let me get back further. This is going to be the curved wall. You can see the shelving that Adam, everything is all hand done by him. The shelves aren't completely finished yet, but they will be. Everything's a process here. So the toilet is going to sit right over here in the corner. And then we go up. These walls that you're seeing right now are copper. A thin sheeting of copper. Let me back off a little bit, see if we can get a better picture. It looks kind of blingy, but the theme for the bathroom is steampunk. And right now it looks kind of weird because it's reflecting what's behind me in the kitchen, outside of all those fingerprints and whatnot. Because we're installing the plumbing and whatnot today. There's my little bathtub, my tiny little tub. Right here, this is where the bathroom sink is going to be, right under the bathroom window. And those are the 2 lights, which are, all the lights in this place are LED, so they use very little energy. And up above the loft area, it's just all beamed. So everything above here is where my bedroom is going to be. So we'll go back to the bathroom. There's my little tiny tub, which is also going to be a shower. It's not your standard size tub, but there you can see we have cartouche. Christina did all of the artwork for this tub, and she really did a pretty good job. I think the moon, maybe we need to put a little bit more something on there, just so it doesn't stick out like it does. And then tiny tub, so it's really cool. If I can move this box so you can see, what the feet look like. There's the feet. And we had to stack them up a little bit because they have to do plumbing in the floor in order to manage that. There's cartouche and all kinds of interesting things that Christina put on there. A little cute little owl. Steampunk. Anyway, so let's see. Let's look at this as the little bump out section for the on-demand hot water heater, which, you know, I am told that I can probably run it to my heart's content and I won't run out of hot water. This is going to have some sort of a door cover. I haven't really figured out what I want yet, but we're working on that. Okay, so this is also the other end of the bathroom. Now we step over here slightly and we're in the kitchen. I'll give you a little back off view from that, if I can get far enough away. Okay, so bathroom, heater, and then we scroll over to the right, and this is the kitchen. All of these walls that you're seeing is all air-dried walnut that's been milled by Adam. So all of the grain and everything follows along pretty beautifully. It's really not the best light in here right now, but you can see it really is quite gorgeous. And the countertop is the same. And over here we walk over again and we've got, you know, the panel box, because that's where your controls for the solar and everything. Well, you know what a panel box is. The kitchen counter is really beautiful also. If you look underneath, because of the way we wanted to do it, all of this in the kitchen is live edge. That's the bathroom legs for the vanity. My little refrigerator down there, you can see that. And so the live edge, if you look at it from kind of like this view, you can see where most of the bark has been taken off, and it's just that beautiful live edge. Really can't see too much of the countertop right now, but it's pretty much what the walls are, which is really pretty nice. Okay, so my kitchen sink, you can see right in here is where the kitchen sink opening has been cut out, but it's not ready to be put in yet. And then right here, probably right under where this thing is where the little 2-burner propane cooktop, a little tiny little stove. I think the cutout is under there for that. What else is there? The cabinet walls. You can see the refrigerator. That's going to be underneath the sink area. Cabinet, which the doors aren't on yet because they're still at the mill. And this is really a pretty good idea of the countertop edge. You can see all of the beautiful bark that they left just a little bit on, which is a good idea. And again, Adam hand milled all of this wood that you're seeing with the walnut. Cabinet. Okay, let's see where we're at. That up there is a little live edge shelf. Again, you can see the beautiful live edge of this shelf. And it's kind of like a plug-in shelf, so you can pull it out or you can just pop it back in. I'll have more of those on this wall because I do need someplace to put some of my stuff. All of the windows are Harvey windows, which are really, as far as R ratings, are really excellent and they're good quality window. Let's see. Bathroom window. There's that fan up there. It looks kind of ugly right now, but that's going to be fixed because the fan housing is square, which is why the box is square. But we're going to figure out something creative because that's, you know, right over the tub to take out the moisture and whatnot from the bathroom and essentially the kitchen as well. So we're looking at we're in the kitchen now, and I'll back off a little bit. So you can see the kitchen window, sink area, right straight through out to the front door. And then to the left we have the bathroom. So where I'm standing right now, I can show you the end of this counter, which is right there. There's going to be some sort of a wall that I can move back and forth. So if I choose to have more space in the kitchen, I can move the wall over up against the tub. And so that will give me the option to have more space or less space as the need arises. So a ceiling shot of all of what it looks like up here. Kitchen lights, there again, these are all LED, dimmable, which is nice. Use virtually no energy whatsoever. Okay, so that's the bedroom up there. So we're walking this way. There's the kitchen on the left. Bathroom is on the right. So now we're in the living room area. Again, we can see it from this view. Huge window. Front door. And then the left side, which I chose really to have no windows because I'm going to have my stairs are going to be right up against here. I'm going to have some sort of a stair system rather than a ladder system because a ladder system is, I chose not to have it because I want the dogs to be able to come up if they want to. And then right there where you see that piece of wood, and essentially, I don't know where we could mark it here. That's the ceiling fan up there. It's pretty cool. It kind of looks like a rocket ship. Works pretty well, and it has a light in the bottom of it as well. So a little bit to the left of that as we're seeing it, right down here where you're following me and down to the floor, right there, here where you see this little piece of whatever this is, piece of wood, that's where my tiny little hobbit stove will be, which I'll show you in a minute. It's probably all covered up. And then it's got a 14-inch footprint, so we're talking small. I don't need something big in here to heat it up. And that chimney will go right up to there somewhere, wherever chimneys go. Let's see now. I don't have a ladder in here. Do I have a ladder in here? Okay. So up there, you can see the fan and the windows, because the dormers are above me in the bedroom. So you can see that the storage loft is a little bit less room, but that's okay because I'm not really going to be over there. So that's the peak of what that looks like. And that little window is just an extra window for ventilation up in the bedroom area. Up there you can see the loft. There's a nice big window at the end. Lots of stuff up there. If a guest wanted to stay, I suppose I could fit them up there as long as I don't put too much crap up in there. Which, you know, I'm really good at collecting that. So, let's see. All of the switches are really nice. Most of them are going to be dimmable, and this one right here is one of those little motion things. So when I come in the house, I won't have to touch anything because, you know, you're always full of dogs, groceries, blah, 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 whatever. So whenever anybody enters, whether it's a dog or myself or any motion whatsoever that it detects, whatever light I choose is going to go on, and that one's going to be that one right there. So it'll come on, it'll stay on for however long we determine it to be, and then it'll go off. So it's nice to come in, have your lights come on, and then you don't have to worry about, okay, it's dark in here, I can't see shit. Okay, let's see if I can somehow get myself up into the loft, because it's really pretty cool, even though it's not completely finished. That's where my bed will be. Let me see if I can get a ladder here. Let's move this stuff. Let's see. That might work. Okay, let's go up. Up and up and up and up and up. Oh yeah, it's a mess up here. Okay. So now I am sitting on the edge of what my bedroom will be. And this is what I'm seeing. Got that nice little window out there. That's the neighborhood. Really not too bad. And there's the peak. So that's pretty much how that looks. And there you can see some of the spray foam that's insulated to, I think, 3.5 inches roughly. Right here in this corner where you see these two plugs up until where those two little knots are right there, just a little bit below that. I'm going to have a closet, so that's going to be closed off. And I'll have, you know, a little bit of my clothes in there. So as we're looking down there, there's the rocket fan, which is pretty cool. And then just a view from what I see when I'll be coming down the stairs in the bedroom. Let's see if I can get over here. And that's the other end. Storage, i.e. guest bedroom, Adam's doghouse, who knows. Okay, so I'm turning around in my bedroom now, which has got all full of boxes and lights and stuff. But this is, oh, you really can't even see it, but that's a bedroom window. As you can see, it's pretty long. I want to say, I don't know, it's probably like a 42-inch opening, and the window is always smaller than what you, because of the frame that they put around it, which is pretty cool. I think that's an awning window, if I remember correctly. I'll put all that crap there. And on the other side, I have an identical window, which you really can't see because it's full of boxes. But so we've got in the bedroom that window, we have that window. And down the end, we have that window. And on this side, we have that window. So I'll have plenty of air and light up here. And we'll just kind of creep down here. Now from when I showed you this from the outside, you can see where this is the bedroom bump out. And I chose to do this so that I would have some storage space for my clothes. God only knows I have too many clothes. So eventually where you see this little 2x4 right there, and it kind of goes up and around to this side, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to have here for some sort of a little closure. I don't want to close off this window, but to the left and to the right of what you're seeing right now, these little areas, is also going to be for clothing with shelves and or whatever I need to keep the clothes. And then you can see on the, you know, the floor of it here, this is the bump out, but this little piece here, it might come out, it might not. We'll see how that goes. And then down here we have, you know, the switches, which they haven't put the lights in yet because they're still working on that. But in that plug I'll have all kinds of regular outlets, and also every outlet will have a USB plug for charging cell phone, computers, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So this is this little awning window. And then out there you can see, have a pretty good view of the yard as it is now. I might just leave this open for a little bit and get some air in here. Okay, so these things that you see in here, they're again pieces of wood that we cut from the wood lot. Where these are going to be installed is probably right here in these corners. So this piece of wood is going to go right here. So again, we're tying in the theme of live edge.